The O'Reilly NHRA Winternationals at Auto Club Raceway at Pomona was blessed with 4 days of beautiful weather and complemented with impressive drag racing competition. Last season, the Alanabi Top Fuel team managed by Alan Johnson embarked on a new engine program. This investment paid off at the opening race of the Mello Yello drag racing series as driver Shawn Langdon ran low elapsed time of the event, a 3:72.1 at 3:22.27 to take out Tony Schumacher in the final round. This is Langdon's second career NHRA Top Fuel victory.
Just kind of rolling out and then looking out into the grandstand, seeing the stands packed and just being in the final round, and just kind of all these memories kind of come real quick to you. Just remembering way back in the day, my dad pushing my junior dragster and I'm coming around the same turn, just, thinking, hey, that'd be cool one day to be a top fuel driver.
In a terrifying moment, Antron Brown walked away from a scary crash where his dragster exploded the engine just moments after beating David Grubnick. Showering shrapnel, the car rolled to its side and struck the retaining wall, skidding on its side into the sand trap. Brown understands he was fortunate to emerge with only minor injuries.
The car just banged. It went boom, and when it went boom, it wasn't like your normal deal where it just goes boom and like your car just noses over and you go to the finish line. I just felt the whole car the back end felt like it just came up and just whipped around somehow. It almost felt just like Phoenix, like when the tire came off. That's what it felt like.
Last season, Courtney Force relied on fan vote to earn the final berth into the Traxxas Funny Car Shootout. This time, she became the first driver seeded into the program by taking out Ron Capps in the final round with low elapsed time of the event, a 4:02.5 at 3:17.12.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty unbelievable. I mean, my team, Ron Douglas and Dan Hood, thanks to them, they've given me a great race car all weekend long, a consistent one, running O's. They really, I just try to keep it straight down the center. They really made my job easy.
Pro Stock presented one of the most absurd final rounds ever, as at one point, Vincent Nobile appeared broke during the burnout. His car fired as Jake Coughlin lost fire on the starting line. And just as it seemed Coughlin would be unable to race, his car fired. This was the last thing to work right for Coughlin as he turned it red.
We messed with the carburetors a little bit to try and fix something, and it ended up hurting something else. So after that burnout, the car actually stalled out on me, but I started it back up. What happened was Jaggy shut his car off to wait for me, and then he couldn't start his car back up, so then I was waiting for him, and then they were telling me I was going on a buy run, and then we were going to race, and then when I was going back on a buy run, they went back and forth a few times. I didn't know what was going on, and then obviously we eventually raced, and in my benefit, we won.
In top alcohol dragster, Jim Whiteley avenged his AAA Finals loss to Chris Demke by winning the first race of 2013. Whiteley covered the quarter mile with a 5:24.5 at 2:78.39 for the victory. John Lombardo Jr. was the top runner in the alcohol funny car division by defeating Jason Rupert in the finals. Lombardo won with a 5:55.5 at 2:61.17 miles per hour. And the rest of our sportsman winners, Ross Wilson took the win in competition eliminator. Jimmy DeFrank doubled up with the stock and super stock win. Phil Dion was the winner in Super Comp, and in the 990 Super Gas category, it was Rick Beckstrom taking the Wally. The next stop on the 24-race NHRA Mello Yello Drag Racing Series is this weekend's NHRA Arizona Nationals at Firebird Raceway, just outside Phoenix. Kathy Fisher, CompetitionPlus.tv.